Yes, of course.
I see.
Hey, I want you to know that we're actually talking with John Svenson, the famous Alaskan artist.
Infamous.
And well, I'm the infamous one. You're the famous one, remember?
You know, maybe you're the infamous one.
I am the infamous
I
one.
think we're both infamous. We just think we're famous.
But we're actually here in his studio at Mud Bay, Alaska. And John is going to probably entertain us with all kinds of fun things.
Machine. It's insane.
And maybe we can talk a little bit about the fort and your connection with that.
I was sleeping under Chilkat blankets and old crusty bear hides in the attic.
Oh, really?
And make these little.
Wow.
It was really like spook houses.
And yeah, it's a long time ago, but you know, what the heck? Always fun.
This is Sharon's room, basically, and all this glass. Yeah. She's really the mosaicist, and all of this glass is just darn intense.
So these are some of the pictures of Sharon's and yours.
Oh, yeah, these are the raven stashes. She's different raven stashes. These are where people send their own stuff in, and then she puts them in their memorabilia and things.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's kind of, she's the one that's working right now. I think she's got 3 of these orders. They become really popular. Okay. Like this is the original, like the first raven stash she did.
Wow.
But, these are all 1% for the Arts projects. This is the DZ School in Juneau. It's the Valley Pathways in Palmer, and this is in Valdez.
This is the scope of them. These are big pieces.
These are huge. These are 4 by 16 feet. They're like massive. And this is also 4 by 16 feet vertically. The Joe Reddington School in Wasilla. You're looking at 10,000 pieces of glass, I mean, more to do these things. And they're all cut down from those giant sheets and ground like you're seeing them being ground. And because the little grubby kids can't, you know, their hands are going all over this thing, and you can't have sharp edges or anything. So they're, I don't know. That's been a blast. You know, I'm not even a mosaicist, but you know, Sharon puts me to work, and I'll draw it, and then she'll, because I'm a painter, I'll design it, and she'll go, "We can't do that." So she kind of, you know, I'll paint things that can't be done, and I'll work together on that.
Huh.
And you don't want to pick your nose after working one of these before you wash your hands, because you rub your eyes. No way. It's just no way. This guy. So you basically set that on the piece of glass, sift powdered glass through it, and end up with these stencils to make that.
Well, I might mention here that John is actually an accomplished mountain climber.
I'm a survivor.
Well, that and a guide.
I never killed a client. No client killed me.
But you've climbed a number of these mountains here, which are pretty rugged and fantastic. And then, of course, he does these watercolors of mountain climbing, like all of these ones that you see here.
You know, traditionally climbers don't buy art. It's one of those things. I'm an entertainer in a lot of ways, and climbers, once they hit 40 and they have kids and a job and stuff, those are the climbers that tend to buy art.
I remember back in the day when I climbed with John Svenson, and here's proof, right?
And the ones that have old dates on them, those are the classics.
Oh, look at this painting up here. It's a fabulous mountain painting.
Denali. We just, Sharon and I just did this big mosaic for Wasilla at the Iditarod School, and that was kind of a sketch for, because Denali's in the background and all of that. And there it is.
Yeah.
Traditionally, I never paint in the summer anyway. It's sort of nice working with the guy that makes portal edges for hanging off cliff sides where it's tapered, so the heads are against the wall. So one person doesn't have to sleep on the outside. Working on that, and then there's another working on a thing for him where he wants that ledge in use, and he wanted a girl climbing, the guy on the ledge, and this fantastical background going on. And, I'm going to get a ledge for this. There's no money in it. You might send me a ledge. I mean, that's cool, and I'll hang it out there by the gallery and let kids sit in it and take photographs, and you know, maybe you could use it on a real cliffside. 2 hands doing 2 different things. Your brain is trying to tie it together, and then you got sound to go with it. And my fingers are like carrots. I mean, I never played guitar, but it's, wow, talk about the 90-year-old sitting in a corner, assisted living with earbuds playing an electric guitar. Keep your brain going. To me, I mean, that's the image of, you know, you're not going to be throwing axes in assisted living, you know, no way, but I won't do this, but this is, I mean, to me, this is therapy, absolutely therapy.
You probably need a lot of that.
Oh, God, this is midnight stuff. mean, Ghost Riders, man, I can do all the old gunfighter ballads. A wall big enough to do 20 consecutive moves, and you can move all these holes around to make it as easy or hard as you want. Just like free solo. I mean, when you're 70 trying to stay involved with the climbing world, I mean, you become an artist. I mean, there's things that I can't even follow what these kids are doing now. I can't even get off the ground. And they don't expect me to. We have 15 different artists in here, including the infamous Tresham Greg. What's really been fun is mixing in like world-class artists with local artists and other people that aren't world-class, but they make incredible work. This impression up the Chilkat River, 20 miles north of here. And that's a 250-pound wolf, it's been estimated. And that freaks people out. You know, this is kind of what I've been doing, focusing on this whole art form, the marble, like orbs. And this has really been, talk about putting you in your place and you know, like trying to make these 3D objects and working with it. Here's another little cool one. Maybe you can see these in this light. I don't know. But the whole marble world is a different, it's definitely a mindset. You know, we could come back sometime and turn the torch on and actually make something as filler material. But, and these will be pulled right off that to become, you know, just the bead. Magic. Kids love this. Women walk into galleries and buy stuff. Husbands generally don't. So I open this drawer. There's beheading axe from the Philippines. Grape shot from Waterloo. Pre-World War II letter opener from Japan. This is a bullet hole in one of the buttons from the uniforms in the fort. Whoa. Which is kind of interesting. Like, what's the story on that?
Really? Whoa.
The war clubs. I mean, you got spears and battle axes and I don't know. Get them thinking about this isn't a normal place. This is in Heather's book, actually, The Snake Juice. It says, there's a guy at the road with snake in a jar. I've had people from Europe come in here and look around and see this and go, you're the guy! You know, like they read that book. You're the guy! Distillery was down there too, wasn't it? He was doing his homebrew.
Yeah.
Well, he was the first guy I met that made homebrew. That was cool.
My
he
father,
was pretty damn good at it too. He kind of figured that out. And like, how do you, in giant, almost garbage pail size gallons.
Of course, it wasn't always perfect. You know, sometimes the bottles would go down in the basement, and we'd go down there. Oh, they're exploding! So we'd all run. We'd take them out into the street, which was oftentimes a sea of water from the rains and everything, and then we'd pop it out and they'd shoot geysers up into the air, and we'd scream and run and laugh and stuff, you know.
Oh, the Chilkoot Inn?
Oh, the Chilkoot Inn.
Yeah, oh man, I was sleeping under Chilkoot blankets and old crusty bear hides in the attic.
Oh, really?
And make these little,
wow.
It was really like spook houses for a kid from LA. This was paradise.
Yeah.
I'd never seen anything like it. It was just so insane that, I don't know. It, definitely, well, that's when I knew this is where I'm going to end up. Right, the insanity of it was like, this is
way cool. It's way cool. Well, I'm trying to promote the concept of the Peace Fort as a refuge place where people can come and learn skills, have outdoor adventures, learn cooking skills, or eat great food, or go on beach walks, experiment with art, shamanism, whatever like that. And of course, my concept with peace is that, we need to be able to create a certain degree of inner peace within ourselves in order for that to transport to our friends, or other people, our community, our state, our nation, the world. If we can't feel peaceful within ourselves, none of the rest of it is particularly possible.
Yeah. This is being promoted as the adventure capital of Alaska. Alaska.
Well,
It's
I
hard
think
to
it-
say.
I think
that.
it's the-
It's
yeah, it's
one of
like-
them, definitely.
It should be arts and adventure.
Arts, well,
yeah. But anyway,
adventure is an art.
yes, that's right. But when he's talking about the glaciers, my mother was the clerk of the court here for many years, and sometimes she would go up on a glacier with a couple that's getting married and perform the wedding ceremony on the glacier.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
How cool is that? Sharon and I are married on the Mendenhall Glacier.
There you go.
Yeah, 4 miles up the glacier. And then the preacher and I headed up the mountain for a month to go climbing, and she went back down with the rest of the team.
Well, thanks for watching all this fabulous footage with John Svenson from Extreme Dreams Gallery in Mud Bay, Alaska. And thank you, John, for taking the time to give us a tour.
It's been fun.
Absolutely,
It's my
yes.
pleasure. This is awesome talking about all this.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
you tend to forget it after a while, like what you really do. And no, this is fun.
Good.
That we're doing this.
Okay.
I hope it makes sense to everybody out there. All right. Yeah, Tresham, well, he's this guy. We could go on and on about that.
Yeah, we don't want to do
it's